Simon Edgoose has been with Yamaha for 17 years,
apparently,
and he knows. Well, he's forgotten more than I know. He's really knowledgeable, not just on Yamaha, but on all the electronics and hooking up to computers and kind of music production side of things. Demonstrated for Yamaha drums. Also works for Yamaha Japan, so helps with kind of the development of the products and everything. So, you know, I want this session to be, if you've got any questions, just ask away. All right, Simon will be able to help out. So I'll hand you over to Simon, and thank you very much.
Thank you. 582. Like I said, this is so new it's not even out yet, and this is actually the prototype of this bass drum pad. So you're amongst the few in the UK who've actually seen this.
I thought it was a fan.
Well, it's an air vent actually.
Oh,
so
right.
it's going to keep you cool. As I play, the propellers will turn around and keep you all cool. Now, most people use electronics for. There's a big split. Most people use electronics for home practice. It's quiet, you know. Work the volume down. It's not going to annoy most people. Should be fine. And then you get the split, and then you get the top people who are the really sort of serious end users, the real big names that we all own albums of theirs and all that sort of stuff, who use it for lots of things. Generally for sort of mimicking the album and making what they play live sound just like that. If you've seen these are the DTX pads. These ones with the white surface. This is something which Yamaha spent 7 years developing. Obviously everyone knew mesh, and Yamaha wanted to do something which they felt was better. And so what they did, they spent 7 years doing this, and what they've come up with is this surface here. And this is actually silicon. It's silicon, and as it's poured into a mould and it's heated, so it's liquid, and as it's drying, it's cooling, they blow air bubbles into it. So there's thousands of air bubbles inside the actual surface underneath the top. And when you play it, what you're actually doing is you're squashing those air bubbles, okay? Which might sound sort of a little bit strange, but if you think about it, I mean, is there, who's not a drummer? Everyone is a drummer, presumably. Oh no, of course, okay, three non-drummers, 4 non-drummers, fine, okay. Right, okay, sorry.
We know about it.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That's why you're at the back.
Right, if anyone's ever played, has anyone played a concert tom kit with a toms with no bottom heads on? Mm. Yeah. Did you notice how it felt?
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Less, well, ploddy.
Ploddy, yeah, exactly. It, just like this, you're just hitting into something.
Because you're not getting anything back on the bottom skin, obviously.
Exactly, you're not getting anything back, because what makes a drum feel the way it does is actually the air trapped inside. The tension of the head actually does a lot of it, but it's the air inside which actually pushes the stick back. Okay, and if you don't believe me, then just take the bottom head off a drum and try and do a fast double stroke roll on it, and it's like, oh no, you know, everything just disappears. Have you had the problem of hitting the rim on your snare drum and it triggers the wrong sound?
Yes.
I've had that before, and I've tried things out or demoed them in the shop.
Yeah?
Yeah, but older kits.
Have you had that problem? No, because you've got rubber pads on your snare.
Yeah, it just makes the one noise.
Fine, okay. It's quite a common thing for electronic kits. When you hit the rim, the module can't work out which one's been hit, so it triggers the wrong sound accidentally. What Yamaha have done is they've done it totally different from everyone else's pads, so that I've got 3 different sounds. I've got head in the middle, I've got 2 different rims. So I've got a cross stick, and I've got a rim shot. So I've got 3 zones on one pad, okay? And they will never play the wrong sound. It's physically impossible for them to play the wrong sound because of how it works. I've got 3 sounds all at the same time, all down 1 cable, which is pretty good. So if you do lots of reggae gigs or anything where you need lots of rim shot and lots of rim cross stick and all that sort of stuff, you can do it without any problem of hitting the wrong sound. And what we're saying about the silicon, if you do a roll on lots of electronic kits, it sounds like but this you do a press roll and it tracks what I'm doing fine. It's really exactly the same thing. So we've got bell, bow, edge, 3 different zones, 1 cable, won't trigger the wrong bit. It'll always trigger the right bit. So it's great. You can get larger cymbals if you need to, 50-inch ride, 13-inch hi-hat, and a nice booming bass drum.